All right, we're getting ready to ink cap the carpet, so.
So we already pre-vacuumed this, ran the carpet extractor, and vacuumed another time.
Yeah, we did I guess what you call a post vacuum. I hate that word, but.
And this is OS-1, so it's for pet. Because we'd seen that there was so much pet hair in the carpet, they had pets. And they didn't know that, I don't think this place knew they had pets. But we're gonna treat it in case, so we don't want any smells or anything.
The thing nice about OS-1 is you really don't need anything to back it up. It does everything. OS-1 is like the ultimate. I mean, you can use it just for plain ink capping, but for pets, it's like the best in the business. Now, if you notice, I'm using the 3-liter sprayer instead of the 2-liter because I figured I'd try it out. I'm guessing there's enough water in this thing to go through these two carpets without a fill up. I'm gonna do a pump up here in a second, but that's no big deal. The closets were done off camera. Nobody wants to watch a closet, so trust us, we did the closets and shut the doors. Even I won't watch a person clean a closet. That's like extremely snore fest. I don't want to see it, and I won't make anyone else sit through it either. Pump this bad boy up. Now there's something nobody knows about that I'm going to tell you real quick. We bought a foam sprayer. Just like this, but it's meant to make foam. And I'll tell you what I figured out. You can throw an ink cap to it, and it'll make ink cap into a foam. And before you start wondering what's the point of that foam, the bubbles will get down in the carpet, and they'll start bringing up everything from the bottom of the carpet. The bubbles will bring up everything, plus there's an ink cap in it. It's a total win-win. So you got foam, and you got ink cap all of it. So the foam brings everything up, and then everything gets encapsulated. It doesn't damage the ink cap whatsoever to use the foam. The foam is the ink cap. So we'll make a video on it in a few days, showing it at work.
Where your right foot is, you didn't hit that area. You missed it. Yeah, right in there.
There, I got it. I'm sure I got it with the spray, didn't I?
Yeah, but you didn't open up here.
Well, no, I'm not perfect. No, but we don't know what the film quality, the video quality is in there with the amount of light or darkness we got, but we can tell you this, if you can see what we're seeing, this carpet's gonna be sharp.
Yeah, this is the bright sun coming up, right? The sun's coming up outside. It's coming in this window so bright that
we don't dare open the blinds or it blow out the room.
There's no point setting up the light here either because it won't.
No. The next room we do, there'll be a light set up. You have to have one in it. I still have not made a video explaining to people why I sprayed the carpets this way and paint them instead of just spraying the whole rooms. I keep getting around to making a video and something comes up where I don't. Believe me, this isn't just a weird.
I think we'll take Paul, but they don't care.
Well, it don't matter if they care, they don't know. I always do stuff for, see, I never do gimmicks to get views. I know people will do that, I don't. If I come up with something, it's legit.
Yeah, we're not getting a lot of views no matter what we do, so it doesn't matter.
Well,
You do whatever you want.
there's getting more and there's getting less. But the thing is I don't do gimmicks. Everything that I like to do is well thought out and tried. Now that right there, if it looks like a stain on carpet, it's a furniture dent. It's a damaged carpet, so. Now I'll have to pump the sprayer up here in a sec to finish the room. Let me see how wet that is. Oh, that's wet. Now the thing that pump sprayers like these, to get them to spray the most you can, you gotta have an effective balance of your liquid and your air inside the canister. And your tip. You have to have three things: the amount of liquid you put in, the amount of air you have in, and your tip. If you don't have all those right, you'll have limited spray. So there's a trick to these that you kind of got to learn. It don't take a long time. You think if you put just a little liquid and got a ton of air, that would work good, but it don't. The air needs to be balanced with the right amount of liquid and chemical. It really does. You can't just put barely any liquid in here and get tons of air. It don't work that way. There's a trick to it, which I learned over time of playing around with this. Oh, and I always try to tell people this. I got a glider on the bottom of this bonnet. Always use a glider. Not just with Orecks.
Yeah, those microfibers like that, they'll stick too hard on the carpet if you don't use a glider.
Well, use a glider with all your machines because
but
it just makes your machine's turns. It takes your machine from being a Chevy Chevette to a Porsche or a Ferrari. I'm not kidding around.
It protects your motor too.
It just does everything better.
You keep your
This is
RPMs
how
up.
it is back here. Hold on. Okay, where I started at, it's got enough dryness. It'll be dry in like 20 minutes. But it's got enough wetness so I can run it over the carpet quite easily. But I don't need to do this. When you're using a quality chemical like OS-1, you're getting it right the first time, every time. You don't need to worry about this. You get the right amount of liquid down and stuff, because you will. With this stuff, I'm telling you guys, this OS-1 is a killer ink cap. There's nothing like it. I like the Bedco stuff too, but if I had to choose between this and the Bedco, this is number one every time. And I love the Bedco, it works. Oh, I got behind doors off camera too. I got behind the door and then the faucet's off camera so you guys know that, oh, he's not getting behind the doorway. I did. I'm not going to neglect it. Although if there's ever an area I was gonna skip, it'd definitely be behind the door. If I was gonna shortchange the cleaning for some odd reason. These carpets look real nice.
Bring her back with some rids, which helps with the odors.
Yeah, just for the odorizer.
Carpets.
And the rids will get rid of urine, but I don't need it with this OS-1. I'm gonna use it strictly as a deodorizer, just because it smells good. The apartment manager don't know what we're doing, but they love the way the stuff looks and smells. They don't even question nothing. They come in and it smells great. They're like, good enough. Now you notice when I spray this stuff on, I'm just misting it, and then I'm cleaning the carpet like within a few seconds. If you try to mist a whole room of carpet, the mist will dry up before you get from one end of it to the other with your cleaning. The only way you can clean with mist is when you put it on and you clean it instantly like I'm doing. That's the only way to do it. Any other way, it'll fail. If you spray this whole room with mist, you're not gonna have a wet carpet from the time you get to the door to the corner. You're gonna clean either carpet is dry or so dry you shouldn't clean it. This prevents that. That's why I like using it. You're cleaning with a mist, and you're not getting the carpets wet, but you're properly cleaning them. Oh, and the bonnet runs once you spray the mist on, the bonnet will, it moves the mist into the whole carpet fiber all the way down. You're not missing part of the fiber. But since you're cleaning with a mist, your dry times are like incredible. And the better your dry times, the less likelihood of wick back, which is not a real big building thing anyway, but it still can be a thing. If you get wick back, it's because you got the carpets too wet, no matter what. You won't get wick back on a carpet that's not soaking. Now I'm not talking about you won't get stains returned in a month or two. If you don't get all the stickiness out of the carpet, there'll be stains that come back because the stickiness you left behind will attract dust as it's falling, which is a natural thing that happens constantly. It'll fill up the sticky area with dust and turn that area dark. And you'll have a stain, but wick back happens overnight. You cannot get wick back 3 or 4 days later. When the carpet is dry, wick back is over. Anything you get from that after 2 or 3 days, or basically after the next day, that's resolvent because you didn't get the soap out that someone else left in there. But that's why I use this technique These carpets aren't wet more than a couple of minutes. That's how you do it, guys. Maybe go check, come here, let's go check this other room for wetness. Oh, my goodness. This is where I started, and it's not wet. I mean, it's not 100%, it's 99% dry, I can tell you that.
Okay, you wanna go get the rake and the rids?
I would turn the camera off.
There'll be a different video, cause I don't wanna.
Yeah, we'll come back and show the raking
He's
for
gonna
those
put
of
all
you
this
who
stuff
like
up, it's gonna
Operators.
take a few minutes. Okay, so we're gonna pretty much end the video here. We'll probably put up a raking video unless something happens.
We'll probably put one up.
Alright, hope you guys are enjoying these videos that we're doing. We'll be back with another
We'll be back in a second for you
Yeah.
guys.
Well, it'll be a different video. Hope you enjoyed that, and thanks for watching.